Hi, welcome to ECE 53. This class is Introduction to Curriculum, and this class is Introduction to Curriculum for Young Children. My name is Madhu Lodha, and while you're waiting for really the class to get started, read the course description, which I have uploaded as a file on Canvas. Read the semester-long syllabus. Get access to a text online or a hard copy. The text is available online on the California Department of Education, and more details are provided on the course description. Feel free to email me. Get familiar with Canvas and Zoom if you've not used these applications before. And also ECE 53L is a core requisite to this class. And for any other questions, just email me. So what is curriculum? This class is about curriculum. So curriculum is everything that takes place in a classroom, whether it is planned or unplanned, appropriate or inappropriate. At Cabrillo College ECE department, curriculum is based on theories that are child-centered and constructivist. That means children construct most of the ideas that they need to, and teachers provide an environment. Based on the National Association for the Education of Young Children, which is called NAEYC. So NAEYC has standards, and those are some of the highest standards for young children, and they are developmentally appropriate, and most of our curriculum is based on those standards. In addition, we follow an anti-bias curriculum, and it's very relationship based. That means we include all kinds of races, all class systems, all family structures, all abilities or disabilities, and all kinds of people. An important strategy to teach young children is concrete versus abstract. So in the next few slides, we will see how children learn best when they are taught in concrete rather than abstract ways. We will use apples as an example. So what do you make sense of this word? Well, I'll wait while you're guessing. What about this? It says manzana, and some of you are familiar with it, while many of you were not familiar with this, because this means manzana in a different language called Russian. Apple, a lot of us know what's an apple, but a 2-year-old may not know what this word says, because these might just mean symbols for the 2-year-old or 3-year-old or maybe a 4-year-old. But many 4-year-olds will recognize this drawing or a picture of an apple. So this is more concrete, while this is more abstract, because when you go to a store or when we open a refrigerator, this is the apple that we see. This is more like a cartoon version of an apple. So concrete are pictures that are clear, and abstract are things that are not clear. They are abstract and adults can make more sense of it, but this is where children make more sense. And this is how children learn. So what are young children trying to learn? How the world works, the physical and the natural world, the social world. They want to know how we become friends, how we get along with each other. They are very interested in relationships and friendships, their own bodies and emotions. What do our hands do? What do our eyes do? Why are we a girl? Why are we a boy? How do young children learn? By using all their senses, by using touch, by sight, by hearing, by tasting, and by smelling. By using their whole bodies. By looking for similarities and differences. So we could bring a whole different varieties of apples, and they don't only learn of different varieties of apples, but they learn how they are similar. They're all apples, but they are different. They are different colors. They might smell different. They might taste different. They look different. That help them classify and categorize their experiences: apples and oranges, fruits, plants, living things. By transforming materials. So we could cut an apple, we could cut it and bake it, we could turn it into a pie. They learned that the apple has skin, that apples have stars. When you cut them horizontally, you can make applesauce, and when the apple rots, that's the end of the apple. So there's a life cycle to everything, and there's a life cycle to an apple. By discovering predictable cycles and patterns. This is the scientific process. So they predict that if I plant these seeds on a wet sponge, what might happen? And their prediction might work or not work. They hypothesize, and then they test their hypothesis. And this is the scientific method of learning. By measuring and counting. By experiencing information in context, by visiting places, understanding sequences. So they might see an apple tree, but they may not see apples, because they might see buds and flowers, and then apples come out of these buds and flowers. Then somebody picks the apples, and we get apples at the store, and we buy them and we bring them to our house. So there's a whole sequence of events, and children love to learn sequencing through storytelling, both fiction and non-fiction, through creative representative of what they are learning, art, and through play. And that's it. So we will be studying all of these concepts in much more depth throughout the semester. Again, welcome to ECE 53.